You know what's wild? The secret of getting whatever you want is ask yes. Ask. Sometimes the people who love you the most are the ones who hold you back from asking. Not because they're bad people, but because they're scared for you. They don't want you to feel rejected. They don't want you to be disappointed. They want to keep you safe, and they think silence is safer than risk. Because the art of asking is the art of becoming unstoppable. But safety isn't the same as growth. Comfort isn't the same as fulfillment. You can be comfortable and still feel like something's missing. And often, what's missing is that leap of courage it takes to ask. I remember talking to a young woman who wanted to be a singer. She had the voice, she had the passion, but every time someone asked, "Why don't you try to get signed? Why don't you reach out to producers?" she would shrink, and she'd say, "I don't want to bother anyone. I'm not ready yet. I'll wait until the perfect moment." But the perfect moment never came. Years passed. Her voice was still incredible, but the dream fading, not because it wasn't possible, but because she didn't ask. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you never knock on the door, how is anyone supposed to let you in? And here's the thing. Most people want to help. They really do. But they don't know you need it unless you say something. You'd be surprised how many doors open when you just ask. Ask the question, ask for guidance, ask for the contact, ask for a chance. People respect initiative. You think you'll annoy them, but what actually happens is they remember you. Because most people are too scared to ask. The one who does, that's the person who stands out. And listen, not everyone's going to say yes, but one yes can change your whole life. Let me tell you about someone else. A guy who had a dream to start his own business. He had an idea, a plan, and so much passion. But he had no money, no investors, no experience. So he started small, and he asked. He asked his friends for support. He asked strangers for feedback. He asked local businesses if they'd carry his product. Most said no, but one said yes. And that one yes led to another, then another. 5 years later, he's running a 7-figure business. You don't need everyone to say yes. You need one, but you'll never get that one unless you ask. Sometimes asking feels vulnerable, like you're putting your heart out there and saying, "This is what I need. This is what I want." And that's scary. I get it. But you know what's even scarier? Never knowing what could have happened. Living with the ache of maybe it could have worked out. Maybe they would have said yes. Maybe my life would be different. Don't live with maybes. Live with answers. Live with clarity. And yes, some answers will hurt. Some people will say no. But every no is better than a silent no. Because even when someone says no, you've learned. You've grown. You've strengthened your courage. Every ask is a muscle. And the more you use it, the stronger you get. The first time you ask, it'll feel like a mountain. Your heart will race. Your voice will shake. You'll doubt yourself the whole time. But the second time, it gets easier. And the third, you start to believe you deserve it. And after a while, it's not even scary anymore. It becomes your way of life. And here's the twist. When you get good at asking, when you stop apologizing for it, you start attracting better people. Because the people who can't handle your truth, they'll walk away. And that's a blessing. Because the people who stay, the ones who say, "Yes, I hear you, I see you, let's figure this out," those are your people. People who can handle your asks, can handle your growth. They're not threatened by your clarity. They admire it. So start asking. Not just for stuff, ask for honesty, ask for presence, ask for effort, ask for kindness, ask for realness. Stop accepting half love, stop settling for vague, stop tolerating almost. Ask for the real thing because you deserve it, and I don't care who told you otherwise. Maybe someone made you feel like your needs were too much. Maybe they shamed you for speaking up. Maybe you were taught to stay quiet, be grateful, don't rock the boat. Forget all that. You're not here to make yourself small for anyone's comfort. You're here to be whole, to be true, to be fully, unapologetically you. And being you means asking. Let's get even more real. Asking isn't just about words, it's about energy. You don't just say, I want this with your mouth. You say it with your presence, with how you walk into a room, with how you carry yourself, with the energy that says, I know my worth. And when that energy is real, people feel it. You don't need to beg. You don't need to over-explain. You don't need to convince. You just show up, clear, certain, unapologetic. That's what asking really is. It's not needy. It's powerful. It's owning your desires, your needs, your vision. It's saying, this is where I'm headed, and I'm not afraid to ask for what I need to get there. So if you're still waiting for permission, here it is. You're allowed to ask. You're allowed to want more. You're allowed to go get it. This is your life. No one else is going to live it for you. So stop waiting. Start asking and keep asking. Ask until it becomes natural. Ask until you stop flinching. Ask until the fear fades and the fire takes over. Because that fire, that's your truth waking up. That's your future unfolding. That's you, finally becoming who you were meant to be. So ask. Ask for the job. Ask for the space. Ask for the upgrade. Ask for the love you actually want. Ask for the world to treat you how you treat yourself. And if they don't, ask better people. Keep asking. Keep growing. Keep becoming.